Yeah, I killed it. But before I talk about how that happened, let me just point out that the grass right now, it's the end of November. It's the 28th of November, and the color on this lawn has not held like this ever. Ever.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
But getting to the story behind, yeah, the dead grass. And that's not the only spot either. That's the main spot, but there's also a couple of other problem spots up here by the garage that I don't even know what happened. But over there, by that kidney bean shaped garden bed over there in the front corner, I know what happened there, and I'll tell you the story. So with that, let's get started. Now the reason this looks so bad is because this looks so good. And I have to tell you, I'm almost gonna say that it was worth the sacrifice, because something that I've really been trying to keep off camera all season long, all year long, is this kidney bean bed here. It had been overtaken by some kind of rhizomatous growing weed. I don't think it was Bermuda grass. I don't know what it was. I know it wasn't nutsedge. But whatever it was just completely destroying this. And it wasn't even getting into the grass itself. It was just in this bed. So about a month or so ago, I decided, heck with it. We're just gonna nuke it, and I'm gonna do everything I can to save the tree. So being as careful as possible, I mixed up some glyphosate in a designated pump sprayer, just a cheap little sprayer from Home Depot. Got myself some cardboard, picked a day that had no wind, so that there would be really no chance of spray drift. And I thought I did a pretty good job. I sprayed behind the cardboard, made sure that nothing was spraying that I could see anyways into the grass, and was just as careful as possible. Just drenched this bed in glyphosate and went over it about 3 times, making sure to coat all the leaf surface of whatever it was that was in there. And it worked, obviously. And it worked a little too good. The tree, I think, is safe. I don't see any signs of it absorbing that glyphosate, at least not yet, hopefully not. And if it did, we'll have to replace it. Honestly, I'd like to get rid of this garden and just keep grass in here, but that's a discussion for another day with another person, if you know what I mean. But anyways, this bed looks way better. Now it's clean, and hopefully whatever was there does not come back. That's the whole point of the glyphosate. We wanted it gone for good. So have to keep an eye on it and see how it does first of spring when things start growing again. And speaking of growing again, that's where this comes in. So as you can see, it's pretty blotchy out here, and I know that the cardboard would have stopped any drift coming out this far. There's just no way that that would have happened that way. So what I think happened is, as you can see, it blobs out this way and it kind of collects into a little trail right here all the way to the curb. I think what happened was after applying it, the sprinklers ran, and whatever was left in the soil got caught up in that water stream, and it just kind of flowed out toward the sidewalk and took out whatever was in its path there. So there's probably a low spot in here, and the water and the glyphosate just kind of came this way, worked its way out this way, and took the grass with it. So what's the plan going forward? Well, this is going to be the main point of focus first of spring. And once soil temperatures come up and we start getting back out here regularly again, then I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of rake out whatever comes out here, just very lightly rake out whatever comes out, and then get some seed down, and then maybe a little bit of peat moss over top, and then just let it ride. And whatever fertilizer goes out here, we will put it here as well, and that will help the seed grow. And then there's still some green in here, which tells me that there's still some life. So whatever's left there is gonna grow and spread, especially come spring, and that will help as well with getting this to fill back in. So am I worried? Not at all. This will be a pretty simple fix. It's just time is really what it is. And then the little parts around the edges of the curbing, those will fill in on their own as well pretty quickly. But yeah, just a little bit of seed, a little bit of peat moss, water fertilizer. Early spring when the prodiamine goes down, the pre-emergent, I am gonna use the liquid again, so I'll be able to spray everything except this area, because that will obviously prevent that new seed from germinating, and we don't want that to happen. So that's the plan for this spot here. And let me show you the other spots over there by the garage and show you what I'm gonna do there. Now this spot here and this spot here, no idea what happened. I really have no idea. This I think was an animal, maybe a little pea spot. The grass is not growing right now, so if you come close, usually on a pea spot you'll have like an explosion of green around the outside here, and it's still pretty dark green in color. It's starting to check out, but here I don't really see much of that explosion just because the grass isn't growing right now. This one here, I think something may have spilled, no idea. Maybe some heat from the sand that's in here just got to it. I have no idea. So as for these spots, what am I gonna do about it? Honestly, probably nothing. I think it will fill in on its own, especially this pea spot. I really think it will fill in pretty quickly come spring. And then this spot here, I'm just gonna kind of let it ride and see what happens. This is still a low spot. You can still see a lot of the sidewall of that walkway. It still needs to get some more sand here. Might even bring some soil in and just kind of level it out that way, kind of like what I did in the backyard last spring. We'll see. But hey, the grass, all things considering, like if you take that nastiness away, you get rid of these imperfections, the color overall, awesome. I love it. Really happy with where it's at, considering the fact that I did kill some of it. And I wanted to show you that just because it's good to learn from mistakes, and it's good to learn from other people's mistakes too. So I want to put my mistakes out here for you to see so that you can learn from them, so that when you have an area like that that's in the middle of your lawn and you need to kill something with glyphosate, that you are aware that that could potentially run off with the sprinkler water into your lawn. And that's what I think happened there. So learn from my mistakes, and yeah, I know I will too. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me today. I hope that's helpful for you. Hope you enjoyed my story about how I killed my lawn, well, at least part of it. I wish I could mow it. Look at the color. It just looks great. It's never looked like this before, this far into the cold season, the late fall, early winter, whatever you want to call it. But it's just not growing. And on top of that, all my machines are put away for the winter. All the gas has been run out, all that's been done. So I just have to enjoy it until it's covered in snow and look forward to reuniting in the spring. That's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support this year. It has been so much fun for me, and it's just been a blast to come out here and continue working on the lawn, doing what I like to do and sharing it with you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.